There is a certain magic in this moment that often goes unnoticed, a quiet truth that speaks to our inner self. The world around us may be chaotic, full of distractions, obligations, and expectations, yet within this moment lies a stillness, a deep resonance that calls for our attention. When we allow ourselves to pause and be present, we can feel this subtle but powerful force guiding us. It is an invitation to trust the now and to appreciate where we stand at this very moment. The idea that we are exactly where we are meant to be can be both comforting and challenging. It asks us to let go of our need for control and to accept that the universe has a plan that unfolds perfectly, even when it doesn't align with our personal desires. Perhaps we expect it to be somewhere else, but this moment, with all its imperfections, holds meaning. When we learn to accept it fully, we can find peace in knowing that we have not strayed from our path. It is natural to have doubts and to wonder if we have made the right choices. Often we question whether we have drifted too far from the life we once envisioned. Yet these doubts are part of the journey and essential for our growth. Every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to reflect, to recalibrate, and to move forward with renewed clarity. Instead of fighting these feelings, accepting them can help us reconnect with our deeper truth and trust the process that is unfolding before us. Every decision, every turn in life has brought us to where we stand today. Even the choices that seemed insignificant or misguided were steps that contributed to our growth. Sometimes it is only in hindsight that we recognize how each of these moments, however small, served a purpose. Trusting the path means understanding that nothing is wasted and that everything happens for a reason, even if we cannot see it in the moment. The setbacks and challenges of life can feel discouraging, especially when they seem to pull us away from our intended course. Yet these setbacks often serve a greater purpose that is not immediately clear. The hardships we face teach us resilience, patience, and the importance of releasing expectations. What appears to be a detour is often a necessary redirection that leads us to opportunities and growth we never anticipated. It is easy to compare ourselves to others and to feel as though we are falling behind when those around us appear to succeed. This tendency to compare can cloud our judgment and make us believe we have failed. But trusting the path means recognizing that each of us walks a unique journey, and the success of others does not diminish our own progress. Life is not a competition, it is a personal evolution where our only true measure of success is our growth and understanding. We often live under the assumption that life follows a fixed timeline, that there is a specific sequence of events we must adhere to, from education to career to family. This illusion is reinforced by societal expectations, but that is exactly what it is, an illusion. Life is not a race with predetermined checkpoints. There is no single path to success or fulfillment, and trying to fit into this mold can create unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. Each person has a unique journey shaped by their experiences, choices, and the lessons they are meant to learn. While one person may achieve their goals early in life, another may take a winding path full of unexpected detours. That does not mean one is more successful than the other. In fact, the diversity of our experiences enriches our understanding of life and of ourselves. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly fine. Instead of measuring ourselves by a universal timeline, we should focus on our own path and appreciate the uniqueness of our journey. By letting go of the need to meet societal expectations or deadlines, we can approach life with greater freedom. This allows us to embrace our growth at our own pace and trust that we will reach our goals at the right time, when we are truly ready. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and detours are inevitable. Yet these detours are not signs of failure. Rather, they are opportunities for growth, often offering experiences we would never have chosen for ourselves but that are essential to our personal development. These unexpected turns force us to adapt, learn new skills, and gain new perspectives that ultimately help us in the long run. Setbacks are often lessons in disguise that challenge us to rethink our approach, reshape our mindset, and build resilience. Although they can be frustrating, they are necessary for our evolution. Without challenges, we would never be pushed beyond our comfort zones or encouraged to explore the depths of our potential. By embracing these detours, we learn to see them not as obstacles but as essential steps toward becoming the person we are meant to be. When we look back on our lives, we often see that the times of greatest growth did not come from ease, but from moments of challenge and uncertainty. These detours shape us and help us develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In difficult moments, we discover our strength, and when we overcome these obstacles, we realize how capable we truly are. Just as the earth moves through its seasons, so do we. There are times when we are in full bloom, achieving our goals effortlessly and gracefully, feeling as though everything is falling into place. These are the seasons of growth and abundance when progress is visible and our efforts are rewarded. In these times, it is easy to feel aligned and at peace, but they are only one part of the cycle of life. There are also seasons when we feel stagnant, lost, or uncertain about our direction. These are times of self-reflection and rest, much like winter, when the trees shed their leaves and the ground lies still. It is easy to view these periods as failures or setbacks, but they are just as important as the seasons of growth. These times allow us to gather strength, reflect on our experiences, and prepare for the next stage of our journey. Instead of resisting these quieter seasons, we should embrace them for what they are, opportunities for deep inner growth. Just as the earth uses winter to renew its energy for the coming spring, we too must honor the cycles of our lives. These periods of stillness are not wasted time but essential moments of renewal that prepare us for the growth ahead. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. Especially on social media, it often seems as though everyone around us is achieving greatness while we remain stagnant. What we often forget, however, is that we are only seeing a curated version of other people's lives. We compare our behind-the-scenes moments to their highlights, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration. The feeling of being left behind or left out is a common experience, but it is based on the false perception that there is only one path to success. In reality, everyone's journey is different, and there is no universal timeline for achieving our goals. The idea that we must reach certain milestones by a specific age is an arbitrary social construct that does not reflect the complexity of individual growth. By recognizing that your path unfolds in its own time, you can release the pressure to keep up with others and focus instead on your own progress. Your worth is not measured by how quickly you reach your goals but by the depth of your experiences and the lessons you learn along the way. When you embrace your own unique journey, you can appreciate where you are without feeling the need to compete with anyone else. Growth often happens in ways that are not immediately visible. Like a seed developing beneath the soil, much of our personal evolution takes place in the unseen areas of our lives. Those phases when we feel stagnant or uncertain are actually moments of preparation for breakthroughs we cannot yet perceive. What feels like stillness is often a time when we are gathering the strength and wisdom needed for the next stage of our journey. The challenges we face, which may seem like obstacles in the moment, are often the very things that trigger our transformation and lead us to become who we are meant to be. The timing of life's events can sometimes seem frustratingly unclear. We may wonder why things aren't happening as quickly as we would like, or why our plans are delayed. Yet there is a greater timing at work, a rhythm of life that we often fail to recognize in the moment. The universe operates on its own schedule, and even though we may not understand why certain detours or delays occur, they often turn out to be necessary for our growth. Without these pauses and setbacks, we might not be ready to seize the opportunities that await us in the future. To trust this divine timing, we must release our desire to control every aspect of our lives. This doesn't mean becoming passive, it means learning to move with the flow of life instead of fighting against it. Trusting that the universe has a plan, one that unfolds perfectly even when it doesn't match our immediate desires, allows us to embrace the present moment. When we trust the process, we open ourselves to the possibility that life is always working in our favor, even when it doesn't appear that way. When we rush through life, trying to force things to happen according to our timeline, we miss the beauty and lessons contained in the present. Too much striving can disconnect us from the moment and blind us to the opportunities right in front of us. There is a delicate balance between pursuing our goals and allowing life to unfold naturally. When we push too hard, we may move forward, but we often lose our deeper connection to ourselves and our surroundings. Patience, however, does not mean passivity, it is an active form of trust. It is the belief that the timing of the universe always aligns with our highest good, even when it feels like things aren't progressing fast enough. When we learn to trust that everything is happening at the right time, we free ourselves from the fear of needing to control every outcome. These waiting periods are not wasted time, they are essential for our personal growth. They give us space to reflect, adjust our course, and prepare for what lies ahead. Trusting in divine timing also means trusting yourself and the path you are walking. It requires faith that the universe is guiding you in the direction you need to go, even when you don't fully understand it. Every delay has a purpose, every setback carries a lesson, and every struggle you face is preparing you for the opportunities ahead. When you stop resisting and start trusting, you create space for life to bring you the people, experiences, and opportunities that are meant for you, exactly when the time is right. The people we meet in life, whether for a brief moment or many years, play a meaningful role in our journey. Each person we encounter influences us in some way and helps shape who we become. Relationships, whether fleeting or long-term, have a purpose in our growth. Sometimes it is those who challenge us the most who teach us the most valuable lessons. At other times, it is the love and support of those close to us that allows us to thrive and evolve. Every person we meet is part of the intricate web of our life experiences, and none of these encounters are accidental. Just as others influence our journey, we also play a role in the lives of those around us. Our words, actions, and even our presence have a ripple effect, touching the lives of others in ways we may never fully realize. Your journey is not only about your personal growth, it is also about how you contribute to the growth of others. The encouragement, challenges, and wisdom you share help shape their paths just as they shape yours. When we reflect on the people who have entered our lives, we can see the interconnectedness of all our experiences. None of us walk our journey alone, we are all connected, learning from one another and supporting each other along the way. The people who come into your life are there for a reason, just as you are in theirs for a reason. Recognizing this helps you appreciate the role you play in the greater story of human connection and growth. Every moment of life holds the potential for growth, transformation, and connection, if we are present enough to notice it. Too often, we get caught up in the past or consumed by worries about the future, and in doing so, we miss the opportunities that exist in the here and now. The present moment is where life truly happens. It is the only space in which real change, genuine growth, and meaningful connection can occur. When we are fully present, we become more aware of the subtle shifts around us and can engage with life on a deeper, more meaningful level. Small, seemingly insignificant moments can have a profound impact on our lives. A chance encounter with a stranger, a fleeting spark of inspiration, or a challenge that pushes us beyond our comfort zone can alter our path in ways we never expected. These moments, as small as they may seem at the time, often become turning points that shape our future. When we are present, we notice and appreciate these moments as they happen, instead of realizing their importance only in hindsight. Presence is also the key to deepening our relationships with others. When we are truly present with someone, we offer them our full attention, empathy, and understanding. This creates space for authentic connections, where both people can grow and learn from one another. By embracing the power of presence, we open ourselves to a more fulfilling and joyful life, one in which every moment carries the potential for growth and transformation. Life is not without its challenges, and times of uncertainty are inevitable. Yet these difficult periods are just as important to our journey as moments of success. It is often during times of struggle that we are tested, pushed to our limits, and forced to confront deeper truths about ourselves. These phases of uncertainty, uncomfortable as they may be, are the moments that reveal our resilience, strength, and adaptability. Without challenges, we would never have the opportunity to grow. It is in our hardest times that we learn the most about who we truly are.